In 1952, I came to Delhi for darshan of Meher Baba. My name is Harishcand Kochar, HarichandKochar, Harishcand Kochar. I came to Delhi in 1952 in the month of December or November, I don't remember that, for darshan of Meher Baba at Tagore Road. He was accompanied by his Mandali. Then I came and on my turn I was admitted in the room. I was told that the darshan will be for 2 or 3 months for everybody, so everybody should go when that time is over. There were 2 or 3 months had passed, minutes had passed, and I was told to go. I begged for more time. They allowed me more time, 2-3 minutes. Then I begged for more. Then Baba said, all right, let him sit for a few minutes more. Then I was told by a Mandali member, I didn't know he was a Mandali member or other man, stranger as me. So told to go, now that time is over. I told him, why don't you go? You were sitting before me, before I came to the room. Why don't you go? Then Baba again said, all right. Then after a few minutes, I left. But what I heard from Kishan Singh, he remarked, then so many ants gather at your naked leg sometime, which you do not know. But the ant which bites you is the very ant I want. This man has bitten me. So I said, I didn't understand this meaning, what I don't know. So Kishan Singh was rather annoyed that I have displeased Baba, this and that, but I kept quiet. Fortunately, in the month of March 1953, Baba came to Dehradun, where I had my own house there. Family was staying there. So I came to know that Baba had come. So I again rushed to Kishan Singh's house at Rajpur Road, where Baba was to remain. Then I was told by Kishan Singh not to come near this compound because Baba has strictly ordered him not to allow anybody. Mind you, Kishan Singh was my old friend from Rawalpindi side. And I said, I didn't expect such a remark from you, that I shouldn't go near your compound. He said, well, these are the orders of Baba. I said, I would stand outside. Then I left his compound and waited on the road. So Baba was coming in car from Kishan Singh's house to a bungalow, which was... When he was coming in car, in close screen, I was anxious to see his darshan, to see him, but it was close screen and I had a glance only, outside glance, or make out my presume that this was Baba. Then they went away, he went back to his bungalow, and Kishan Singh was annoyed with me. Why did I not obey him? It is Baba order not to. He was very displeased, this and that. I kept quiet. Then as he was staying, I was feeling rather desperate in those days. For some reason, some difficulties, financial, worldly difficulties and all that. I was feeling very frustrated and I could only seek refuge only when I found him. So again, next morning, again I went to his bungalow, where Baba was supposed to be there at between 10 and 1 o'clock. Again I was standing. Then this game went on. He didn't allow me to see him, but I went on like this for 4 months continuously. Every day from my house to Rajpur Road to this bungalow and compound outside. Wait for 3 hours, 4 hours, but no darshan. Then sometime in the month of September, he told Kishan Singh, let this bugger come in. Then I was allowed inside, and he said, you can sit now if you like, for as long as you like. I said, all right, very kind of you. Only he allowed me for, say, some days. Then my daughter, whose name is Raj, she was grown up, you see, and we were anxious for his wedding. So I said, why don't you go and do something for your daughter, get her engaged, get her married, this and that. I said, where to go, Baba? He said, go to Delhi. I said, I don't know anyone at Delhi, and what will I tell him? How can I find a suitable boy? Where to find him? He said, go to Delhi. Then in obedience to his order, I came to Delhi, wandered here and there. To whom should I ask? My daughter is at Dehradun, and whom should I ask that he will marry my daughter? I kept quiet. I returned back. And he said, well, have you found something? I said, nothing. Very next day, two people came in our house. I had a very good bungalow there at Dehradun. Two people came there. I asked the reason for their coming. They said, we want a hand of your daughter at Dehradun. And Baba was pushing me to Delhi, and they came from Delhi. Then, because I was away to Baba at that time, they were in my house. Those gentlemen, you come from Delhi? He said, yes. And then I asked him, what is the boys? He said, he's in election department. What is his age and what is his education and all that? After that, my daughter brought the tea. They saw the daughter. Then she had gone. I said, have you seen the girl? Yes, we have seen the girl, and we like him very much. Like her very much. So, ठीक है. Then I came to Delhi to see the boy and what job he was doing and which office he was working. And I found him to be suitable. So we fixed up the marriage. Usual ceremony. The marriage was performed at Delhi, not at Dehradun, which is somewhat peculiar in our family, because when we are living at Delhi, bridegroom should have gone there. But they insisted at Delhi, so we agreed. That was over. So this is that part of incident. When Baba left Dehradun, we felt a separation. I said, how would we live? Then he had gone. Then I asked my wife, after a few days, that Baba has gone to Satara. I want to go to Satara. She said, all right, you go to Satara. The next day I left and went to Satara. When we arrived at Satara, we knew from post office what was his address. I found the address. I kept my little luggage in the small hotel and went on Tanga to the bungalow where he was staying. When I went there, Duncan was the man who was cleaning his motorcycle outside. He said, you have come? I said, yes. All right. But you are not allowed to see Baba. I said, all right. Then after Baba was inside, sitting with his Mandali, but he wouldn't allow me in. So after a few minutes, a chair was sent out and I was told to sit. I sat there. Quietly, without telling anybody, Baba slipped away from the backside and went to his own house. This was a Mandali house where he was staying at the time. After Baba had gone, I was told, Baba has gone. You know there are strict orders and no one should see him. Why did you disobey the order? I said, you find many people to obey your order, I will disobey. I feel pleasure in disobeying. He said, you are very obstinate. well, whatever you call it. I have come to Satara from Dehradun. So they allowed. And they were all night telling me that you have come against the order of Baba, you better go. Then lastly, before we went to sleep, he said, all right, Baba comes from his house at about 9 or 9:30. You wait on the roadside. If you can get chance, well, see him and then go away. I said, all right. So I slept with Mandali on that night, and the following morning at about 9:30 or so, Baba was coming from that other house, and I waited on the roadside. So as soon as he appeared, coming near, suddenly my eyes got wet and tears were flowing. I don't know what, I cannot explain that, but that was the position I am telling you exactly. Then there were two men, I think, two men, one carrying an umbrella and the other one, Bhao or somebody. They were coming. He was telling them, this fool doesn't leave me. He knows that I don't see anybody, yet he has come. In that way, he was not speaking, but I could understand that he was like that. So he entered the bungalow, other bungalow. I followed him, and there was a seat there in the veranda. He came and thrust himself there. And when he saw me, he said, see me, as much as you like. Then he called RH, then other Mandali member, who has directed him that I will be coming from that roadside and he should wait there. Who has done that? This thing, that. He was so annoyed, as he court-martial type of annoyance. Then I said, I didn't say, I was simply weeping. Then after some time, he said, all right, now tell me all about your family. How is Raj, how is this, how is that? All right. He said, Harish, will you obey me in one thing? I will try to obey you. He says, no, you must obey me. All right, sir. I'll try to obey you. Then he says that Baba is going to fall on my feet 1,000 times. I said, this is a very strange story. 1,000 times you are going to fall on my feet? He said, yes. You have given the word that you will obey. I said, all right, I shall obey. Then I went there near a pipe and washed my feet and kept my feet there. All right. What Baba told me at that time, Par Brahm Paramatma, I should keep on. And then he will bow 1,000 times. And one man to me. So bowing went on. Baba had on my feet and I was saying Par Brahm Paramatma Par 1,000 times. It took about 10-15 minutes, you see. But when I saw his face, as with physical exercise, it was all red. After this bowing business, he told me to clear away from Satara, go home at once. By first train, whatever transport you get from Satara to Pune ही आता है. Pune, then you go home. All right. I went to my hotel, collected my luggage and went straight by bus to the railway station and came back. But he warned me not to tell anyone that you have met me, because it is against the order. You have disobeyed this order, but I gave you maafi. So don't tell anyone that you have met me. So I came back to Dehradun. But during then again in 1954, Savas at Ahmednagar, September, October में ऐसा था. Savas been gatherings at Ahmednagar 54. Second son? Yes. I joined that Savas. And he said, he called me Hariya. Hariya, you have come? I said, yes, Baba, I have come. Oh, you are hanging on my heart. You are giving me so much worries. I said, Baba, not knowingly. If you feel like that, how can I say? Then I stayed there for about 4 or 5 days during the period of Savas. And then I came back to Dehradun. But in between, at Dehradun, after leaving Dehradun, there was a tour of Hamirpur and Andhra Pradesh. He invited me to an Hamirpur tour. And we went. Our train reached Orai about midnight in Hamirpur, near Hamirpur. And we stayed at Dharamsala. And Baba asked whether Hariya had come from Dehradun. And then he was told that yes, he has come. So I called him. So as the train was there, and there was Mandali's luggage, so we were picking up some luggage to help them out of the... So in Dharamsala we stayed there for a night. On the following morning, they started a procession of bullock carts, about 20 or 30 bullock carts. And we left that place, Hamirpur, at about 9 or 10 o'clock after breakfast, and we were traveling by bullock cart. At one place, we were coming, but we were expecting a car and a bus to come. We were expecting a car and a bus to come and pick the Mandali up. But at one spot, Baba stood. He got down from the bullock cart and stood there. And he was just, moving hand like that, you see. Suddenly, car and bus appeared on the sea. They came in our direction. As soon as they saw us, they halted the car, stopped the car, and we were allowed to get in. And Baba, with a few of his other members, got into the car and we got into the bus. But Baba rebuked that fellow who brought the car and bus. Said, this should have been here, this should have been this and that. You take the car away, like that, you see, he was telling. So, anyway, we utilized the transport as it was provided. At one place, I don't remember the name just now, Baba asked that everybody should keep quiet after the dinner at about 8 o'clock. After that, no word, no talks, nothing. Baba was staying in a separate room. So, separate barrack partition है. इस side में Baba, उस side में वो था, Mandali. Then all of a sudden at 11 o'clock or 10:30, somebody started vomiting and making noise. Then said, doctor. Doctor should... Baba was disturbed. He left that room and he moved to the next room. Then he felt disturbed and went to the third room. But in the morning, this is a good obedience of my order. I told not to speak, and there was more noise more than usual noise. All right. Then he called every one of us. About there were 39 or 40 Mandali members traveling in bus and car. Every one of us. He said, everyone has to say Bisharam number 1. Next man will say Bisharam number 2. Third man will say Bisharam number 3. Bisharam means shameless, no shame. So we went to there. He said, I am Bisharam number 1, sir. All right. Bisharam number 2, sir. Bisharam number 3. And so it went all up to party. So Baba said, I am Bisharam number, whatever last number was, 51, 51, everything was pleased. Everybody was pleased there. Bisharam bhi ho gaya, Baba bhi khush ho gaya. Then we had a meal there. At the night we were entertained to dance with ghungru. Ghungru means kya कहना है? Bells tied round their waist and knicker up to here. So we were entertained for about 2-3 hours by those people's folk dances with bells on, and afterward Qawwali program, and then we finished. On return from Hamirpur, वो एक कहाँ रहता है वो जो जिस गांव में वो निगम साहब का रहते हैं महोबा. That we came back to Mahoba. In Mahoba, there was a forest full of trees and thorns and this and that. It was all cleared by the people. Path was made, and on every tree was hanging a photo of Baba, about 50-60 yards. There were photos of Babas. At that time, according to Iranian year, that was Baba's birthday. They celebrated in one hut made of not wood, mud, etc., but very clean, and Baba was there, and we had a program whole night because that was Baba's birthday on that day. So after, in the morning, we came back and we parted with regret from Baba at Kanpur. Baba had to go to Ahmednagar. We had to come back to Delhi. So we parted. This in brief is what happened.
Baba came to Delhi from here.
In the month of March 1953, Baba had gave a darshan program, and he called me for interview, separate interview in Dehradun. So I went there. He asked me, Hariya, you are in financial difficulties. Do you want how much do you want? How much can we relieve you of the worries? I said, Baba, I don't want a single pice from you. I have enough. Whether financial worries or court worries or this worry or that worry, I don't care. But I am not for money. I want you. And then he says, what do you want? Then it came from my mouth, I want you from you. That's all I said.
Any other personal message?
Personal message, my family was there, and then when Raj was being married, I came to Delhi for marriage purpose. And Baba had left on 30th September, I think, or some date from Dehradun, and passing Delhi. My wife also accompanied him, Mandali, from my wife and other families. With Mandali they came to Delhi. But Baba had ordered, I thought that Baba